think a lot of people worry that AI is going to take over the world. And I was just listening to a podcast this morning talking about how, just like in politics, this on the subject of AI, everybody's polarized. Half the people believe that AI is going to take over the world and is going to steal our jobs away. And the other half believe that AI is, going to change the world, that it's going to be smarter than human beings, and this utopia in the future where we don't have to do anything because we'll have AI, bots, running around doing the work for us. And the reality is, neither is true. The fact is, it's somewhere in the middle. Now, yes, right now we're seeing a lot of the sky is falling because Amazon's laying off thousands of people because they can do it with AI, and big companies are downsizing their employees because AI is helping them do things. But that's just the beginning of this change that's going to happen, this paradigm shift, if you will. Yes, AI is making those low level employees that really weren't doing much, those jobs are going to disappear because
More
AI
like
can do
entry level.
entry level. That's what I meant, entry level jobs. But the reality is, yes, AI is now creating more work, and there's still the fact is there needs to be a human in the middle. There has to be somebody managing what is spitting out of AI, making sure it's doing it correctly. And so there in the next couple of years, we're going to see this huge demand for people who understand AI, for humans that understand what AI is, how it works, how it, how the pieces fit together, and so forth. And that's where people need to be. If you're in the workforce, you need to understand AI, because the more you understand it, the more in demand you're going to be in the future. And people are missing that. They're missing that information. It's just like, computers when they first came out. Oh, computers are going to take jobs away. They did. But now look at computers. They're integrated into everything that we do. Heck, our cell phones are these computers. I mean, my cell phone is faster than, the first computer that I bought back in the 80s. So there's just going to be this shifting of, yes, jobs, workforce, but the sky isn't falling. AI is just changing the workplace. It's not going to destroy it. And I wanted to say that out loud while it was fresh in my head from this morning's topic. It's just we're in the midst of a real change, and either you embrace that change, or unfortunately those that don't are going to be left behind. So
Yeah,
thank you for attending my
definitely.
TED talk.
Well, and I was listening to something that said very similar. It's not that all of the jobs are going to be gone, it's how we do the jobs now. That's going to change significantly. I know that when people think of AI, sometimes they go automatically to robotics, right? And how AI is, think about, iRobot, right? How everybody in everybody's home had a robot that helped them, that talked with them, that helped them make their lives better. We're not there yet. We're absolutely not there yet. We can get there, but we want to get there with integrity. We want to get there with authenticity. And we definitely want to get there without the bias and with the ethics embedded in, right? Um,
Right. So I'm going to say something that's going to take us off base, but it is something that, again, I heard this morning, and it's very real because it's real to me. We're at a place now where, you can have your bot that does your financials. You have a bot that does your customer service. You have a bot that, writes your reports for your company. And they're already there. They're in place. And you feed your bots the work that you want done. But here's the thing, unlike a human being, an actual worker that just comes to work, punches in, and leaves 8 hours later or 10 hours later or something. This bot is running 24/7. And so if you have enough money to pay for the AI, because AI isn't free, the bot runs 24/7. So we're in a situation now where it's constantly running, it's constantly working. And so it's just kind of like this infinity. The amount of work that it can do is infinity. It never stops. Unlike a human being who's like does a Word document or sends an email, so okay, I'm done. A bot never says I'm done. A bot says what's next. And I run into this
Yeah.
situation too, where all of a sudden I'm working on a workflow and I'm working on this, I'm working on that. And I'm like, oh, okay, I can do it better. I can do it better. I just need to feed it more and say, tweak this, tweak that, tweak. But when is good enough enough?
That part.
Because and I'm not, I'm being simplistic in saying, an email, when is perfect? When does it get to perfect? Because you can always tweak it. But when you're talking about a workflow and you're talking about work coming in and being digested and input coming in and the input's there as long as you keep feeding the bot, it's going to keep churning it. But at what point do you say, whoa, why are we creating this output? I mean, is it really getting us further, or are we just creating more and more and more, well, noise? And so for me, I'm starting to get into that situation because my background in workflows and automation and where AI is today, it's just I'm like a kid in a candy store. Oh, let's do that. Oh, let's do that. But the reality is, should I spend the time to do that? Do I really need to automate, how this comes in or automate how that goes out? At some point, again, a human in the middle needs to say, time out. That's great, but we don't need to do it.
Right. So let's talk about what ChatGPT can do before we get